It's another conversation.
Moving mountains and things. Got the keys to the kingdom. The enemy.
The battle's already won. Just the one. Good evening, family. Don't know it's your boy Oliver 777. Yes, I am here late as usual. Normally I say I'm gonna be here like 7 o'clock. I tell you, typical Jamaica. Oh, what is happening here? Okay, that is it. Yeah. Yeah, typical Jamaican. Always say gonna be early when we are actually late. Okay, yeah, I could have turned it all the way down instead of pausing it. Yes, peeps, it's another Thursday, and we are here again. Modern technology, yeah. It's another Thursday, we are here again. Enough love and respect to you all. Thank you for joining. And this is a live where we go live. You know, we talk about things that is happening in life. Yes. Whether it's between you or your husband or your wife. It's all about things that are happening live. Yeah. So enough love and respect to you all. Hope you all are doing great and having a wonderful, you have had a wonderful week. And you are not WEAK, but you're full join the WEEK. Yeah. No love and respect. You know? And with all what's going on, with all that is going on, you have to start by reading the Psalms, and the Psalms we're reading are Psalms 24. And Psalm 24 says, with all that is happening in Jamaica, Psalms 24 said, the earth is the Lord's. The earth is the Lord, and the fullness thereof. The world and there that dwell therein. So mankind a fight over the earth. And it is the Lord's world and the earth and land and everything. For he had found it upon the seas, which is part of Cayman coat of arm. He had found it upon the seas, that is in Cayman coat of arm, and establish it upon the floods. Who shall ascend into the hill of the Lord, or who shall stand in his holy place? He that had clean hands and pure heart, who had not lift up his soul unto vanity nor sown deceitfully, he shall receive the blessing from the Lord and righteousness from the God of salvation. This is the generation of them that seek him, that seek thy face, O Jacob. Selah, mean pause. Lift up your heads, O ye gates, and be lifted up, ye everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. Who is the King of glory? The Lord strong and mighty. The Lord mighty in battle. Lift up your heads, O ye gates, even lift them up, ye everlasting doors. And the King of glory shall come in. Who is the King of glory? The Lord of hosts. He is the King of glory. Selah. Pause right there so again. Yeah. Sister Sandra Lee, big up yourself, sis. Yeah, you're here early this evening. Even though sometimes I think you're there, but there's some coming. But big up yourself, Sister Sandra. Enough love and respect, sis. Enough love and respect. Yeah. And, you have one artist in Jamaica that, you see with me, I believe that everybody, each and every one of us, God created each and every one of us. And he created us. When he created man, he said, this is good. Everything God created, God said, this is good. because it is good in his sight. That is the reason why he created it. But then man, he give man free will, and we know good from evil and all that. You get what I'm saying? So in every human being, there is good. Some choose to do bad. You get what I'm saying? Saying this to say a lot of persons will talk about certain people as if certain people cannot do no bad, and only certain people can do bad. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And certain artists, they respect certain artists over certain artists, and they only listen to this. They only talk about bad music and vulgar music, what some artists do. But then some artists realize that they actually do songs that lives on, that makes sense, and songs that is like prophecy fulfilling in 2026. Because this song was created roughly about 15 years ago, I should think. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. Which song is it? Which song is it? Yeah, I don't want to get copyright, but I play a little part of the song I couldn't hear. You hear? Government want to move me. I turn refugee in my own country. And this song come from Adidja Palmer, aka Vybz Kartel. And this song was created years ago. Oh, Mr. Babylon. Where you get the system from? I pulled those down people and, you know? You get what I'm saying? This song was created over 15 years ago from Vybz Kartel. But to the day we can relate to it. You hear me say? True, me don't rich like Matalan. How am I be a squatter in my own land, in my own country? You know, I'm just saying, I'm not going to play the song because you don't know copyright music from YouTube, because I'm not ready to play music. But I'm just saying, people talk about Vybz Kartel, this, but him do good songs too, songs that we can still relate to. So now we are hypocrite as Jamaicans, as black people, now we are hypocrite. Hypocrites. A lot of us are hypocrites. Yes. A lot of the artists then do songs that you can actually relate to. No. Look how long Vybz Kartel did that song. And it is still there now. You know? Wow. So Joy said, Sister Sandra, good night. Call at me Wi-Fi at each so. Yes, we can be holy if a person come take over land and don't belong to them. Yeah, I mean, that's a different case, Joy. It's a different case where, I mean, if you are living there, or if you just buy a piece of land and go up and go live, but persons know that land is actually government land for years, because a lot of these land that you see are actually sold while people are occupying it. You get what I'm saying? But should know Jamaicans, so this is a topic tonight. How can I be a squatter in my own country of birth? Shouldn't we all have our own land? Shouldn't we all own land in Jamaica? Shouldn't we all? You see, I tell you, you know, when they celebrate, in Jamaicans, so they're celebrating emancipation and independence. I'm saying, you know, let's not get the thing twisted. Let's read that, Sister Sandra. I mean, when we celebrate independence, when we say we celebrate independence in Jamaica, are we truly independent? It's a lot of questions there. Because when the slaves gained their freedom, when our ancestors gained their freedom, you know what happened? In wherever they are, if they were in America, wherever they were in the Caribbean, a lot of slaves, when they gained their freedom from slavery was abolished, you know what happened? A lot of them had no land. So it was like they were still slaves because they have nothing. They had no land. You get what I'm saying? And this is why you see persons living the same way that they are living for years. And then people feel comfortable in how they're living, in little board shacks that they catch up somewhere, hoping that are preparing for that day when they have to move. So some of them don't build any concrete structure. They bring build a little shack, and then it become like a little what they call it, shanty town. You get what I'm saying? Because they're living there, knowing that it's not theirs. A lot of persons, they're living there. A lot of persons actually could get help. If you look, even a lot of persons try to help people to get house, and realizing that the land that they're actually on, they cannot get a permanent structure because the land is not theirs. And you're like, I mean, this is just the norm. You get what I'm saying? Because it is so hard. It is so hard for ordinary Jamaicans to get access to land, to have a little piece of land. You know how joyful it is for a Jamaican to own a house? It is so much joy for a Jamaican to have a roof over their head. You get what I'm saying? Yes, Sister Sandra, you're going to read. And if you come to that, Sister Sandra, look at this one, Sister Sandra. Israel and Palestine have conflict because of land. They cannot capture people properties like it's theirs. When you talk about Israel and talk about biblical Israel, Sister Sandra, God told them, Sister Sandra, look at it, remember, God told the children of Israel, when tell them to get rid of even the Canaanites, kill them out and capture and take over the land. What was that? So if you're going to say that, Sister Sandra, if you're going to bring Israel, say Israel and Palestine having conflict, biblical Israel, God told them, and I said biblical because Israel and people in Israel are not called Israelites. They are called Israelis in this time, in 2026. So, and remember the Bible also said, not all of them who are of Israel are called Israelites. So it is what it is. They are not called Israelites. They are called Israelis. So, I mean, look at that. But biblical Israel, Sister Sandra, God told them to go into the land and kill out those people, literally. Kill them out and take over the land. The land is theirs. He's telling Joshua, when Moses got in, tell Joshua, any land you put your foot on, it is yours. You get what I'm saying? Go up. Even against those people that look like, what they call it, Amorites, they look like giants. And the land were fruitful. God tell them to go up against them, kill them out and take the land. Wasn't that capture land? So we're not going to say that, Sister Sandra. I mean, that is very, very contrary. Remember that. And I should know that you are supposed to be a very biblical person also. Yes. Yes, we can own land. And remember, so was it in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. Sister Joy, how are you, my dear? You own your land when you pay for it. None of us really own land. My grandfather and his brothers and sisters, they have a lot of land in the country. They had, because they are all now deceased, they had a lot of land in the country, which is now me and my uncles and my aunties and my cousins, we are alive, so know that we can do whatever we want to do with that land. That land will be there even when we are not here and we have disappeared out of the atmosphere. That land will be there. So no one really owns land. You get what I'm saying? No one really owns land. Can land really be owned? Can land really be owned? Okay, Sister Sandra. All fire. You could call it capture land fire. I mean, yes, and as I said before, so was it in the beginning, so was it in the, am I saying it's right? No, I'm not saying it's right. But just think about it. A lot of people own acres and acres of land and they're not doing anything with it. You will seek around, because people don't just, knowingly know that this is fire land. And fire is there cultivating or have some animal on the land and then just go and build a structure on it. It's not like that. Land that is left into woodland. No one is doing anything at all with it. That is land that people normally go and occupy. I will not even use the word squat because I don't like that word. You get what I'm saying? Because to me, I cannot be a refugee because that is more like a refugee in my own country. You get what I'm saying? I cannot be a refugee in my own country. Yeah, so people normally go on land that have been left dormant for years. And in Jamaica law, you have squatters' right also. If for government land, for land that is overseen by the government of Jamaica, you have to occupy that land for 60 years before you can have squatters' right over that land. 60 years. But for private land, private-owned land, if you are on that land for 12 years unbothered, then you have squatters' right, where that land cannot automatically become yours if you go through the right process. 12 years. And a lot of these people in Jamaica have been on land for more than 12 years. And a lot of these people who have been on the land have been there before the land was even owned by who it is owned by. It was owned, a lot of these land were actually owned by a government institution and then sold from underneath these people. And I'm saying, if you have persons that are living on the land, why not, sort out some agreement, some arrangement, some form of payment, and some form of papers so these people can actually own land? Because being a human being, being a Jamaican, how do you turn people off land, not knowing, don't give a shit about them? And if you treat, you're not going to treat refugees like that. You get what I'm saying? I've seen refugees, yes, Asian come here and you still find place put them and then send them back home, but you just don't throw them on the street. I don't see Asian or no other nationality come here, throw them on the street. No time at all. I don't give a shit about them, where they come, where they go. You know? The Joy says, so Jamaica don't own any land fire, so the USA can just come take it all then. No, I'm not saying that, Joy, but does the USA own land? Land, USA, in USA, and Canada and England everywhere, they're all human beings, same way. So who gave if we're going to say that, Joy, who gave the governance the land? The laws were made by men. So shouldn't man be free to occupy land then? If you're gonna put it that way, then, Joy. You get what I'm saying? Jamaica is a country, America is a country, Joy. America is a different country, different jurisdiction, different laws and regulations. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But if you're gonna say that way, then who give the government the land? It's just crazy. Yeah. In America, you have Indians that was there before a lot of other Europeans came there also. Indians were here before. In Jamaica, when they say Christopher Columbus came here and discovered Jamaica, which is, as Burning Spear of that song, Christopher Columbus, damn blasted liar, never discovered Jamaica. There were actually Tainos living here already, and they killed them out. So who owned? So who owned the land at that? The Spanish came here and they owned the land, and then the British came here after and they owned the land. Who gave it to them? You get what I'm saying? There were people already occupying it. So when you talk about land, it's a crazy situation. It's crazy, but we have to have rules and regulation in country so that we don't have chaos and confusion. But mankind, when you have mankind and mankind not so kind, you will have chaos and confusion because people think that they can sell their friends and leave ordinary citizens homeless. They can just sell their friends land and that's it, and leave all these ordinary citizens homeless. In Jamaica, the government have the right to buy any land. Can you believe that? You have your house here, so they said a road got to run there. What are you gonna say? You're not gonna move? So the highway are gonna go somewhere else? No, you have to sell it. You get what I'm saying? So if the government said they need this land to develop, the land need to be developed, they can develop it for Jamaicans. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So no Jamaicans, ain't no squatters, none. Your grandfather paid for it. I am almost sure he didn't capture it. My grandfather didn't buy a piece of land. He didn't buy a piece of land. You get what I'm saying? His brothers and sisters didn't buy any land. And I'm sure his mother, if I'm to check how they came in to occupy that land, based on where the land is, there's a possibility that that land is coming through generations to generation. My grandfather didn't buy any land. I'm very sure of that. I'm 100% sure of that. And my grandfather wasn't the eldest one of his sibling either. But he was the, what do you say now? No, he wasn't the last one to die either. But I think they're all dead now. All granduncles and grandaunts. The last one was in Canada, supposed to die too. Yeah, none of him and his sibling did buy the land, Sister Sandra. None of them buy no land. They inherited it. So who to tell? Probably they did capture that land too. But in fact, there was title for it. Yeah, I know that. Why you don't like that word? That word is used to demoralize. That's the word people. You get what I'm saying? Because if you're gonna have foreigners coming here and can own land and all of that, but then citizens, ordinary citizens, you're gonna consider them as squatters. That's crazy. But you can be homeless in your own country, though. Fire. That's the thing. You shouldn't be homeless either. You shouldn't be homeless. Why you shouldn't be homeless? Because if you go all over Jamaica, there are several buildings, government-owned buildings that are actually empty. Several of them that are actually empty and dilapidated, empty. So why should people be homeless? Why could it be a home for the homeless? And you get them there and put them back into society by getting them job so they can integrate back into society. You shouldn't have the homeless either. It's crazy. It's a small country with so much homeless people. I hear you hold a fire. Yeah, it's crazy. He discovered nothing. Exactly, he discovered nothing. You are right. People must follow rules. Yes, people must follow rules. Everybody must follow rules. Everybody must follow rules. Everybody must follow rules. So not because you have rules, one set of rules for the people who have money and one set of rules for persons who don't have that money. And as Bob Marley said, until there is no first class and second class citizen of any nation, there be war. Which is those words that came from Selassie. And Bob Marley put it in song, in writing. Yeah. Rules they are heaven and even down a hell. Well, I don't know if rules they are hell. And if you go down there, you can tell me. His grandfather must have purchased it for 10 at the time, maybe. I don't know, sister, but I don't know. I don't even know the history about that land because I was far younger when I was around my grandfather. So no, I would have asked questions like those. Yeah, so I'm not sure. You think government have time for baby people? For baby people? It's not about baby people, Jai. Guess what now, Jai? It's like this. What I realize, especially in Jamaica, is this. The government, whichever party, the people voted for representation, to spare persons to represent you. It's like you having as small as a community board where you have persons there that are in certain role. They are put there to serve the community. So put it out there. I'm going to put it as small as that. So just the same way with the government in Jamaica. They were elected to serve, not to be served. And I said that I think on Sunday. And what we understand in Jamaica is this. Our governance are acting like they weren't voted in to serve, but to be served. You get what I'm saying? They're acting like they wasn't voted in to serve Jamaicans, but for Jamaican to serve them. And Jamaicans have a notion that what we say, everything we say, we consider things, everything's, and I realize Jamaican mentality. And if you hear something over a period of time, gradually that slave mindset is going to chip in and you're going to start believing whatever you hear, and it's become the norm. So I break rules. Holy fire, what is wrong with you? Your resentment is blinding you. My resentment, what resentment? Tell me my resentment, because guess what now? You know, I've been watching YouTube also, and I watch a lot of YouTubers. Sometimes they turn off their comments because bigger YouTubers than me, big YouTubers with very big platform, very large following. And I noticed that they turn off their comment. I'm wondering why they turn off the comment. Because if I want to comment or whatever, but they're actually realizing that persons are actually getting paid to search certain shit on their channel. So what they do, they block some, delete some. So what I say, I'm going to start doing the same thing too. So if persons, I'm going to see in person on my channel, they're going to commit some shit, I'm going to block your ass, literally. So you're going to have to use another account to even come and comment one shit on this channel. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna have zero tolerance of people who comment shit. Because I've been watching, you know? I've been watching and see people. Because, as I said before, this channel is where you are free to express yourself. You get what I'm saying? So you got to agree, learn to agree to disagree. My opinion is not going to be your opinion. Your opinion is not going to be my opinion. So let me be free with my opinion and you be free with my opinion. You get what I'm saying? Yes. So this platform is, under my ownership. You get what I'm saying? Right. So I have rules and regulations that I can do. Yes. So if I don't like your comment or anything, I'm going to block your ass. Simple as that. Yes. Because if you don't respect my opinion, then I shouldn't respect yours either. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. But as I was saying, and don't get me wrong, you know, because I'm not saying that people should just go and squat and just take over people's place. Not like that. So I couldn't be saying that. As I said before, a lot of lands that you actually see Jamaicans take over. The reason why that land have been dormant, nothing there, dead, nobody there, nobody don't even know. Because I've seen even house in Jamaica where people wanted to buy and no one even knows who own it. It has been locked up for years. Nobody know. People live in schemes and they don't know who own the house. You get what I'm saying? People live in schemes and they don't even know who own the house. And people need the house to buy. Yeah. People don't know who own it. People don't know who own the friggin' house. Yeah. So, and I mean, it's crazy. So persons don't just go and say, well, okay, they knowingly know that, okay, fire own this house, and then they just go and say capture it. No, it's not like that. It's never like that. You get what I'm saying? It's never like that. People have left the land dormant for years. And if you really look, and it's not about, you see when people, that's why I have a big problem, is when Jamaicans don't act like Jamaicans. But what they do, they talk about party first. Oh, PNP and JLP. I'm not into that shit. You get what I'm saying? Be a Jamaican first. Love Jamaica first. Party last. No, because your ancestors and your grandmother, your grandparents used to say PNP, or your great grandparents or your mother now vote for JLP. So now you're gonna say no. Put the colors aside. You get what I'm saying? Because first of all this shit come about. This shit come about with this political thing. It was made to about division. You get what I'm saying? It was not really about love. It's never about love. To divide and rule is their only plan. Yes. That is Jack Ure and Sizzler. To divide and rule is their only plan. Their only plan. You get what I'm saying? That's Jack Ure. Big up Jack Ure. Free Jack Ure too. Yeah, free Jack Ure. Yeah. So, as I say, as long as I have this platform, I'm not going to have none of you come here a chat no shit. You get what I'm saying? No. So I'm going to delete your ass. Yeah. Because look at it. As I say, it cannot be one law for the rich and one law for the less fortunate. I'm never going to use the word poor. Because poor is a sore. It cannot be one law for the rich and one law for the less fortunate. You have persons in Jamaica that I know who own homes, and then people actually automatically take it over. They can go there with badmanism and throw their ass out. That will be illegal. They could not go there and throw their ass out, even though it's their house. You get what I'm saying? They have title deeds and whatever for the house. They cannot throw them ass out. But you want to tell me, say, if you are rich, super rich, and someone living in a house, you can just throw their ass out and that's it. No. No, you get what I'm saying? No. No, I'm not. You know? Because I know people have to go through the right procedure, the right court procedure to remove people from their own residence, from their house. They have to wait, get court order. And then when they get the court order, then they have to give persons time to get out of their own house that them buy. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. They have to get time to come out of their house that them buy. Give them time. Yes. And I am so glad for what is happening. Sometimes things have happened in Jamaica and then it get highlighted because this is like a sore now. Such a sore. Not a sore we can't hide. The sore you broke out. You get what I'm saying? And everybody see it. It stink. Everybody see it because it's on social media. It's on social media. And this is how you use social media. You use social media for good. To expose shit like this because shit like this need to happen. Jamaicans no need to be no squatters. We all should have land. And if you have persons that are squatting on people land, say yes, I'm going to say persons who say squatting on persons land, and they have been there for a period of time, why not get somewhere for them to go? You expect to just throw them off? Where shall they go? And if you're going to throw them off, do it in the right way. And as I say, what happened in Trelawney wasn't the right way. Yes, you win the case and all of that, and they have the land now. It's their land now. But what they did was illegal. What they did was illegal. And that show you that Jamaica is not independent because that bring you back to slavery. What they did in slavery, they always do stuff like that. Separate the females from the male. That has always been the case. Separating males from females. You get what I'm saying? Because God said, man is the head of the house. When you don't have man, then the devil can come in and do what is like, do as he likes with the females. Just like that. Those men, they came for them 3 o'clock in the morning. Yes, Cartel have a song like that. 3 o'clock in the morning, when they walk up and down, 3 o'clock in the morning, as the people inside then come for them, take them out of the house. Like that. And say they're gonna bring them for processing. You get what I'm saying? That is not the way you go about it. So I'm so glad that this is such a sore. the whole world can see, because this cannot, it cannot continue like this. It cannot continue like this. Same Jamaicans that you are seeing, they were all, they all, and I see people gonna say, this is what they voted for. No, this is not what they voted for. This is not what they voted for. The people gonna say, this is what they voted for. You have persons gonna say, people from other parties, oh, this is what they, no, this is not what they voted for. No one voted for that. No one voted to be embarrassed, to be homeless. No one voted for that. So Joyce said Jamaica will always act blind. Most Jamaicans. Yeah, most Jamaicans are like, as I say, a lot of them are like house slaves. House slaves always consider themselves better than the field slave. So because you are in the house and you're eating Bakra Master leftover, you get what I'm saying? Drinking the wine that he spit up in and the food that he leave the bone in, you think that you're better than the field slave, because the field slave is eating ration that look like pig ration. Jamaica never be independent, never. No, let's not say never, Jai. Some men acting like girl too, so those can't lead. Well, that's another thing again. Yeah, but that was the right way to go about it. And when people say people have a right, a lot of persons say, oh, certain vloggers come out here and they blaming the government and all of that. But in all due respect and aspect of all things, I mean, does private sector have the right to mobilize JCF and JDF? Does private sector have the right to mobilize JCF and JDF? So police and soldiers are not like security guards or security guards. You get what I'm saying? No, you have to go through procedure in order to get, it's not like a one police you're gonna get, a one police escort or two police escort. It's a vast amount of police. So people have to know about that. People have to know about that shit. You get what I'm saying? But I'm just glad that it happens the way it happened. And now these persons that have been displaced will know they have to find a place to put them, because they can't leave them. And look how it look on Jamaica now. Because the hotel is right there, very close by, and visitors are seeing it. What is happening? Crazy amount of Jamaicans are on the road. Just imagine what they are saying. They have never gone see that before in their country. So Sandra said, those people were given notice to get out. I spoke to someone who was living there. She moved out because they all knew this was coming. I am only sorry for the old. When were they given notice, Sister Sandra? When were they given notice? When were they given notice? And if they were given notice, in a case like that, it's not just word of mouth. It's not just word of mouth. In a case like that, it's a land. A notice should have been like a billboard taken and put in on that land and say they have such and such a time to leave. But I don't expect them to go around and issue letters to every member or that. Or more than one billboard should have put up there so they should leave the land and all of that. It is illegal. What they did is illegal, Sister Sandra. So, Sister Sandra, you're saying they're giving notice. But what they did, you're not getting the point, Sister Sandra. What they did is actually wrong. It is wrong. They went there early in the morning and took the men them. And in Jamaica law, when I researched it for myself, I was surprised. In Jamaica law, you cannot tear down people's house with furnitures and all of that there. You have to give them time. Even if the people them leave their stuff in the house, you have to make sure that they take them out before you demolish. I'm not a lawyer, but it is there. You get what I'm saying? We are in a time now where we have AI, and it is very accurate when it comes on to the laws and rules of your country. It is right there. So it's not a word about that they were giving notice and all of that. It ain't like that, Sister Sandra. Not like that. You get what I'm saying? Yes, you just go and demolish place and leave and not like that. You get what I'm saying? And that's what people getting. Oh, they were giving notice. They were giving notice. You get what I'm saying? No, not like that, Sister Sandra. No, that's not how it works. The law is the law, and everyone need to go by the law. Not the law for one rich and the law for one right. You get what I'm saying? No, it don't work that way there. And that is what happened in Jamaica. As long as you have money, you do shit. But this time the rich won't get away with it. You get what I'm saying? They will not get away with it. And I said about this time. And as me say, it's like a sore now. Because people are coming to the hotel there and they're seeing shit. People on the road. Stuff outside. Just think about it. These persons just went through hurricane. You get what I'm saying? People just went to hurricane. And I mean, yes, I mean, there are children there. And I'm saying, if you realize what's happening, it's the same thing, as I say, with slavery. There comes a time in slavery where the slave masters, the Europeans, no longer used to be the one to whip the Africans, to whip the black man. They were using the black man because these police and these soldiers and these tractor man and all of them, I'm sure that they're not Europeans. There are people of our own skin color. And you are doing your job. Trust me. And I say, it doesn't matter. People will not stand up for each other. Some people will not stand up for each other. Because if I was that tractor man, I wouldn't do it. If I was that policeman, I wouldn't do. You get what I'm saying? And you're going to say, well, yes, I would resign right there. Because I'm not going to throw out a mother who just had a 3-year-old baby and she did a C-section in that early morning. So she catch up flu or some shit like that and get sick, and some other old people. And I see people online talking about that old lady when she was selling herself and all of that. And I say, woman. I say, woman, and it's a woman. I love woman, but some women are Jezebels. They say men are like dogs. But yet still, women love dogs. You get what I'm saying? And dogs are man's best friend. But some women, they are Jezebels. And you have females come on social media saying that old woman, a lot of them, they should have. You don't know what people life, what was like. I mean, some persons will actually be successful, and sad to say that some will never be successful because they have never been given the opportunity to be successful. That is just how life is. Yeah. Maybe they never get anywhere, Sister Sandra. Joy, it's not like that. Yeah, Joy? Whatever is it is. So, for example, if you're living somewhere and your landlord give you notice, even if your landlord give you notice, give you a month's notice, so you must leave in a month time, you think that landlord can come and move out your stuff and throw them on the roadside because you didn't get you didn't get anywhere. So landlord gonna come and throw. Do you think that is legal? That landlord would have to give you more time until you find somewhere. You get what I'm saying? And that's where also the state come in. That's where also the state come in. Yeah. So sometimes, I mean, we talk because we tend to hold, but we have to be more of a human being, and knowing that as Jamaicans, every Jamaicans should have the opportunity to own land. If I even a little piece, a little old spot. You know what I'm saying? Every Jamaican should be given the opportunity to own even just a little old spot. And as I said before, a lot of these land were sold from underneath Jamaicans. Jamaicans were living, and I'm not saying this is the case with this land. I'm not sure about this land. But at one point, I see some political representatives were fighting for these people that live there. They were fighting for them for years. You get what I'm saying? And of course, the government always can do something because the government have the right to buy the land. The government have money, can buy the land. The government always does. Yeah. Joy, so what? Yes, they still do it fire all when it's not legal. Yeah. They still do it and it's not legal. Exactly. Sister Joy, I'm from Trelawny, not too far from there. Yeah. Yeah, it don't really matter where you're from, Sister Sandra. Right is right and wrong is wrong. So you can have your right and you still be wrong based on how you do it, based on how you go about doing it. And if you go about doing it the wrong way, you're just going about doing it the wrong way. So you have your tenants and you give them a month's notice and they find nowhere to live. So you just go into the house and just start, take out everything and throw you out. And what you're gonna, I mean, they get a lawyer and sue your ass. Destruction of property. Yeah. And assault and everything else. But I was told that a certain prime minister sell out the land long time fire. Yes, I saw that too. Where they say is it is it I saw they say it was alleged that Mr. Patterson was the one who sold it and all of that, and then I don't know if it's Porsche was fighting but I mean what I'm saying is this: Jamaican government have the right to buy and develop the land from what I've seen from my research. You get what I'm saying? They have the right. So if persons are living here, Jamaicans are living there, and if even not that land, then if even not that land, they have a lot of lands. They have land nearby in Trelawny that are empty. Same way, have a lot of land that are empty. Same way. Why not get lands there and relocate persons then? Why wait until all of this? You get what I'm saying? I'm just saying all Jamaicans need somewhere to live. We all need somewhere to live. That's what I'm saying. So right or wrong or right and say people squat and people shouldn't squat. I mean, how much persons on here have ever been homeless? Have nowhere to live, have no land, no house. You grew up not having no land. Your ancestors own no land. There was nothing for you. So you can make up a little hut. You get what I'm saying? Another person grew up in Kingston and they can tell you that another person grew up in Kingston. And a lot of these places where they actually live in Kingston, a lot of them actually, you're gonna say the squatter land. You get what I'm saying? But generation to generation to generation live there, and eventually they make up so much big house there now that they wouldn't even bother to trouble them. Sister Joy, they like to capture people place. They move into my house in Montego Bay. It's a good thing. I have families in certain departments to get them out. Okay. And that's it. That is it, Sister Sandra. A lot of persons, and that is it with a lot of persons. Even if you have house, then why wasn't that house rented? A lot of persons have house. People that are foreign and have empty house, lock up when people need place to live. And you're gonna say, Fire, you can say that a lot of persons live overseas because I've seen it in Jamaica. House, even in Montego Bay here, I've walked to communities and I've seen, and I'm like, I see one house, two house, and the house is there rotting down. Nobody lives there. It's not for rent. It's not for sale, and it's rotting down. And people need place to live. And a lot of times, these persons who own the house, guess what? A lot of them are actually so-called Christians. You get what I'm saying? People who assume to know God. You might soon see a big hotel or a big so-called rich people build up a house and enjoy the view of the sea. Exactly, that's the thing. A lot of time, that is what happening. What is happening? People build concrete house on our property in Trelawny. We had to get them out just the same. Yeah, and Sister Sandra now, so how long was that property there? Did you guys have that property there and fence it up and were farming, or you know, have it there vacant, nobody there? You get what I'm saying? It is like that, people. It is what it is. In Jamaica, I've seen that people have crazy amount of land and they don't even see it until someone go on there and start building a little thing on it, or start chop out piece and start do a little farming. Am I condoning for people to go and take over people's place? No. But people are desperate for place to live. That's how it is. People are desperate for place to live. Desperate. Literally desperate for place to live. So Sandra, I had the same problem. Sandra. Yeah. It's my house. I have choice. Exactly, you have choice. And Sister Sandra, if you had a house beside me now, and I know that you was in foreign and you have it locked up right now, and you know live there, you have it locked up, and people link you, and rent it, I am going to live there rent free. Control me out. I'm sorry, you must have a house beside me, Sister Sandra, because trust me, I would live there and I would end up rent out somebody too. It doesn't matter. It's not theirs. Exactly. It's not theirs. But just seriously, Sister Sandra, you come put up a big house, buy big house beside me then. And go away and don't live there and see. And I need somewhere to live. See if I no go take control of it, taking care of it, and rent out a couple rooms on it too. You there have so many houses and I need desperate for somewhere to live. I mean, that is the thing with mankind. Mankind is not so kind. Well, if I disagree with you, you can't take over people's house like that. No, I can't, Jai, but I can. Or if I disagree. I understand, Jai, but that's just my opinion, Jai. But I'm just saying, yeah, it might sound like a joke, but actually, I'm serious. You get what I'm saying? I would get you thrown out. Well, at least I would know that I make some money because it's just a big ass house, Sister Sandra. A big ass house. Trust me, I'd rent. I'd be the landlord. I'd live there and I'd be the landlord. Probably I would turn it into a Airbnb too. I collect some US. Because a lot of you live overseas, as I said before, and you don't have 1, 2, 3 houses back in Jamaica. And I hear people say they are not selling, they are not renting. So what is the house for? It's just to say, no, what is the house for? I've seen people house literally rotting down. And I'm saying, what is that? What is that for? That is just being mean and selfish. And you're gonna say it's yours, you work for it. Yes. So in that regard, I don't wrong people. I watch people house rotten down. Nobody live there for years. And it's the same thing with land. People have their land and it turn into a forest. And it will be there for so long. And then you have one man go there and he will farm up a little part of it because he needs somebody to just go there one day and chop down a piece of it and start do some farming. You get what I'm saying? And then people come in now and say, oh, it's my land. You didn't know that it's your land before. You get what I'm saying? You didn't know it's your land before. Yes, I'm crazy, Jai. Yes, Sister Sandra, dash him out so without warning. Madness. Yes, Jai. It's so like madness, but it's not madness. Literally. Yeah. A whole lot of lands. And as I said, sometimes you have lands, even government lands that are in certain areas. But then at certain time it becomes that person live there over time for so long now, and no one bother them. Sometimes they even try to go the legal channels of getting, and they get so much go around that they can't own the land. Yes, Jai.
Qualifier, good
Come
night.
beat me now. Come beat me.
You're talking crap. I'm going to tell you why.
Wait, Jai. You come by your house beside me and see what happen, and leave it. And see what happen.
You're talking madness there. Yes, because you can't have your house, whether you're there foreign or foreign not. Because I have the same experience with my house, where somebody put them ass in there and go live and telling me I have to use the bulldozer to get them out. You understand? And it was a roller coaster. It was a back and forth.
So
and
let
you
me
mean
ask
this?
let me ask you something now. Because we're gonna break you say something, but at the same time, we have to get this straight. You had that house, and did you bought that house with the people in it, right?
No, they weren't in it at the time when it was brought.
Okay, they weren't in it, so they just moved in it because it
Yeah.
was unoccupied for a period of time.
Yes. And
And
when
then
I was fixing it,
Mhm.
and when I get some money and decide say I want to go back now and start fix it, it was a problem because they move into it. And
Okay.
they even have a family in it too.
I guess they were desperate for somewhere to live. I can't stay with them.
No. And then when I come and I ready for my place, why you don't get your ass out?
Well, that's the thing now, and that's the law. Guess what? Squatters' right. So you had to go to the proper channel in order to get them out, right? You couldn't just throw them
Yes,
out.
I had to, and trust me, it was a bit of a problem then and there. But what I'm saying now, are people
Yeah.
choice this holy fire if them build them place and they have it lock up till wherever, even the ants, what you call the ants, they coming over and take over, what's taking over and everything. That's their choice.
Termites. Yeah.
Okay, that's their choice to leave it till them ready for it. Even if one drop down flat or what have you. You know, give
But
them the right to go in there and go live because it wasn't given to you, make it stay there. We're going to ask you a question now, Holy Fire.
so,
You're a
so
YouTuber.
that's how they're damn bright. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you're a YouTuber
Uh-huh.
and you travel in the world and you have your
Mhm.
house and you lock
Mhm.
it up there because you're traveling the world now. And when you
Mhm.
come back looking for your house for going to your house, people come take it over. What you going to do?
That's a different thing. They wouldn't take it over.
What you mean they want to take it over if they don't live there?
No, they would know that it's mine, and I'm not gonna leave it for years. There are gonna be persons going there. I'm gonna
So
have
you
family
leave it
members.
here 2 years.
No, I'm not gonna leave it. You see the time, anytime you leave a house unoccupied without human beings going to that house, it starts deteriorating.
Make it deteriorate well if I feel. You must know
No,
why
well,
you want it deteriorate.
I
And up
don't.
to them.
I wouldn't want to have a house. I would never have a house and not have no one going there for 2 years.
Then the
No.
next part of it, Holy Fire, sometimes it
Good night, Sister Annie.
it even cost you.
Yeah.
You understand? Because sometimes when you go, you have to go get lawyer and this and that to get them ass out when them come in at your place. And it have to cost you money to get them ass out. You
Mhm.
understand? Sometimes it even will cost life too because them come in, some of them want to come. If you are a female sometime and you don't have a spouse or what, they want to come man hungry if a man and all of them something there. So let me tell you something. No, some of what you say, I disagree with you.
And it
Big
depends
time.
on the community and where you are also, because if you're living in Jacksonville, Beverly Hills and all of that and you leave your house, nobody gonna go there. So it depends on where you are actually living also.
People will go there same way. No matter
No
where
one
people
go there.
go there.
No, not anywhere. I guarantee that. And if you're living in some gated communities, no one is gonna go there and all of that. But I'm not saying that people should just, well then as soon as they go out, people should just say, oh, go and capture your house and take it over. But I'm just saying, for me, I think it's very, very, very selfish for people, because I've seen it in Spanish Town, in Angels, I've seen it I've seen it in Linsits and Catfield, I've seen it in Montego Bay, I've seen homes and I've watched homes. People leave and it just stay there and rotten down. People
But
contact
qualifier.
people. Listen up, people contact people overseas and say, "Are you renting it?" No, it's not for rent. It's not for sale, and they watch it deteriorate just like that.
But
And I
I'm going to
mean,
ask you a question.
what kind of human being can you be to be so
But
selfish?
qualifier, before I answer that
because
question.
So because you use your money, you work so hard to purchase it, you should just leave that house there when people in this world in Jamaica need place to live. And because you use your money, you think that that's okay. You are a human being. You're a good human being for doing shit like that. You're a good
And
little
then
human being.
qualifier. Sometimes it better I stay like that because sometimes then go in there and then wreck your
That's no,
place and damage it more
that's no excuse.
than
Yeah.
no. Don't tell me that's no excuse. It's true. Who feels it knows it because I feel it, so I knows it. So
You know,
therefore, sometimes exactly because I experience it and I feel it. Sometimes then come
okay.
in there and them do a manner of even in your house and all of them foolishness there. Them come in there, it is like believe it or not, yes, something might have been tearing down off of the house, yes, when you leave it like that. But sometimes all your bathroom fixture, this, that, and everything and all of that, and mash it up because you know why? Enough for them. And enough for them
So,
head sometimes they know enough for them, and who
so,
knows?
so the real question here is, how can I be a squatter in my own country? Should we all have land? That's the question here. Should we all have
Yes,
land? Land?
all of we have land, of course. All of we supposed to own land and
And
have land.
so what you think should happen to those persons that are actually in Trelawney whose house was demolished? You think that people should just leave them alone and let them go find somewhere of their own to live?
But you see, trying to know the details of it, and I'm gonna assume from what I've
No.
seen.
Based on what happens now, their homes were destroyed, so they have no homes now. So should they just leave them there and said they're on their own, go find somewhere to live,
No,
or should they find
no,
somewhere for
no.
them?
I don't
So they,
want that because they probably have children and all of that who need your cover and all of that.
yeah, but should they say no, they should just go find some other land, some other person's land and squat on?
Well, them should have maybe come up with something different, with a different plan
Mm-hmm.
and how to deal with it, and maybe even find somewhere and tell them, all right, then we're gonna need this. See somewhere else here or so.
So you are saying that then no is the time that they should actually find somewhere else to put them. That is what Joy is saying. And I do believe that they should find somewhere else to put them. But I'm not saying that people have the right to go and just, you get what I'm saying? But I'm saying a lot of times, if you look into it, because I've seen it where even in somewhere in St. Catherine, I'm not gonna call the name, because next thing you know, they will go there, go trouble those persons. I've seen in St. Catherine somewhere, some far places where they don't even have proper water in their pipe. Anyhow. And persons, because that person have told me that they're actually, the friend actually tell them, I mean, the land is there, come and get piece of it. You get what I'm saying? Because the land is there and it has not been occupied. It is actually, put it that way, government-owned land. And it has been there for years in some form of remote area. So if it's some form of remote area, I mean, and all of that, shouldn't persons, I mean, persons need place to live? You get what I'm saying? Persons need place to live. So how did they go about it? You get what I'm saying? And when you find out that person's actually living on government-owned land, then shouldn't there be a way where you can make it legal for them by seeing that they get proper documentation for the land and pay tax and all of that for it? You can just throw them off and what? They are Jamaicans. They are legally in Jamaica. They were born in Jamaica. It cannot be like that. So Joy, I think they should have leave the people them alone. Even a 3-day-old baby and her mother was left homeless. Yes, Sister Sandra. And it's not about just leave them alone, Sister Annie. It's about just how they go about it. How they went about it, it was totally wrong. It couldn't be wronger. And if it was right, it couldn't be right because they came almost in the middle of the night. So it couldn't be right. How they went about it, that couldn't be right. You get what I'm saying? So it's your land, you have title and all of that, but the way that you went about removing those persons was totally, I mean, illegal. You get what I'm saying? And all the way you dealt with them like that is only because they are less fortunate. As I said, we're not going to say poor people. Yeah, totally wrong for you. Exactly, totally wrong. There's no right. That is not right. How they do it? They take the man them, as I said, just like slavery. They took the man them because, and I mean, if those men had started to fight, retaliate, next thing I hear, I mean, they might find a gun for one of them if they had retaliate. I guarantee you that they would have found a gun and that one that tried to retaliate, or a couple retaliate, and they would have been, I mean, lifeless now, gone left the woman. You get what I'm saying? So the men them, they took away the men them. Just imagine that. Why would you do that? I mean, with all of that, and persons are still say, oh, this and that, they should have, and they should have. No. And when you look at it now, guess what happened now? You see the irony of it? Persons are actually the same place where the house were bucked down and all of that, and bulldozed, is the same land they're actually on now in Taparlins. And I'm saying, I mean, don't people need that land? The one of them don't need the land now. So why were they there? Why wasn't they taken from there then and house somewhere else? Where they should them house, I don't know, but why if it's the whole, if they want the land, so why would you put tarpaulin? It's a quick fix. They put tarpaulin there and give them, and they getting food and water and baby this and baby that now. Pan the same land where you bulldoze them. But you see, sometime God have a blessing for you, and things have to work the way it is in order for you to get a blessing. You get what I'm saying? So when the devil think that him win, gotta turn around that bad to be good. Because those persons actually needed land, some proper to live, somewhere where they are safe. They don't look over their head and say one day person might come bulldoze their house and all of that. They need somewhere to live. And God has provided a way for them. It might seem hurtful now and they are ashamed and feel disgrace and all of that, but it will all work out in the end. Because now there's more with them than those who are against them. Sister Joy, tell me where you are having issues. I will get them out with 72 to 98 hours. Okay. I couldn't even watch it. All I was feeling was so distraught for the people. Even the big lady that was sick, it breaks my heart. And even that big lady that was sick, I heard a woman that came out of the womb of another woman. You get what I'm saying? And I would assume that woman probably be a mother. Or if she's not a mother, she probably can't even pass the cemetery. Because baby them would have a ball when she passed the cemetery. I want her to go to dash for if she's not a mother. And the woman was trying to degrade that woman, talking about what that woman did with her earlier age, that she was there now and all of that. You don't know the history of that woman. I say human beings, especially Jamaicans and people of my own skin color, they are their own enemy. You get what I'm saying? And this is why I say all the time that it wasn't the Europeans that went to Africa and kidnapped black people. It was our own that sold our ancestors into slavery. It was our own that sold our ancestors into slavery, and it's happening over and over and over again. And then Jamaica had such a big grand gala at the National Stadium celebrating independence. It's independent or independence. And I'm like, what? I didn't even watch one clip of that grand gala because I could not watch it. Knowing what I know, I could not watch it. You get what I'm saying? When we have issues like this to deal in the country, how much money they spend for that grand gala? And we just have a hurricane. 10 months ago, we have a hurricane. Yeah, 10 months ago now, we have a hurricane. And people are still misplaced all over the place, not living anywhere. I went to Black River and I said, people still tell me that they live outside under tarpaulin. And we have big grand gala with so much millions of dollars spent. Why couldn't they cancel that grand gala and use all of that money to help persons that were misplaced and don't have anywhere to live? You get what I'm saying? People, what's the sense of that grand gala? Big money spending. Independence. Why you to celebrate something that is not? It's just fake. As I say, the Jamaican independence was made in somewhere in China in some factory. It's a knockoff, bogus, fake. Yeah, it's not independence. Our own people bring us down all the time, fire. I did not even turn on my TV to watch nothing. And as I say, if you realize this time mainstream media is into it, because mainstream media cannot not be into it, because social media is so much into it. YouTubers and all influencers, TikTok, everything, live and everything. People are just there. So mainstream media have to be there this time, because mainstream media, they can be bought out. So all of this, as I say, is a sword. This time it just couldn't cover up. It is so big this time. Yeah. And this time, as I said, people have to get help. You get what I'm saying? And big up to all of the lawyers, them, who actually came out to assist these persons, and who's going to assist these persons and make sure that they are placed properly somewhere. And I said, I really glad how it turned out. You get what I'm saying? There was just not, You know, I mean, those persons are person who had planned this demolition. I mean, who the devil told to plan this demolition? They had no idea that it would have turned out this way. They had no idea. They just think that it would have been just happen and they just get the land and that's it. They never know it would turn out like this. They have no idea it would turn out like this. And as I say, as a Jamaican, we cannot be squatters in our own country. Or we should not be squatters. Am I implying that we should just go and take over people's land and people's house? No, I'm not implying that. Even though you have selfish people with empty house and empty land. I'm not saying that you should just go and do that, but I'm saying there's a lot of lands in Jamaica, a lot of land where no one has been living there for years. For years, no one has been living there. But again, I don't know what I think. I think when you look at it, based on the hotel being where it is, and these persons have all these boardhouse, I'm sure there's persons are saying, man, it don't look good there. You get what I'm saying? Because foreigners are flying in and they're seen as like a little ghetto like is around, near the hotel. Because that's how people look, all of this boardhouse. You get what I'm saying? So just say, yeah, we need to really get rid of them. Because that's how it always been. Them no care for you. Yeah, I see. Yeah. They just said they need to get rid of it. But as I mean, Jamaica is an international media now because of this. I mean, it is not a good thing. It's a sore that need to be fixed. And not fixed with a band-aid neither. You get what I'm saying? It's a sore that need to taken care of properly. And trust me, this time it will. It will. Yeah. And you don't need to reach this far. We need to have a dialogue where Jamaicans can have the opportunity of owning lands. It's not so difficult for them to own lands. It's not so difficult. It shouldn't be so difficult that they have to go through so much procedure just to own land in Jamaica where they are seen as squatters. And foreigners can just come and own crazy amount of land. It's crazy. Oh, Sister, big ups. And yesterday, my husband and I started. Big ups, Joy. Yesterday, my husband and I celebrated 31 years of marriage. Okay. Yeah, big up yourself, Sister Annie. She celebrated yesterday. Was her anniversary. 31 years of marriage. Just imagine that. 31 years. That's long. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, that's long. A lot of persons cannot say they have been into marriage that long. And Sister Annie is not a whole woman. You get what I'm saying? Even though I don't know her age, but when I know her over 10 years, and she has looked the same way she have looked. She don't age. She aging like fine wine. Happy anniversary to you both. Blessing to you both. Yeah, she aging like fine wine. She looked the same way like when I knew her a couple years ago. Yeah, because I've known a lot of ladies and people, and they look older than her. Yeah, big up yourself. Big up yourself, Sister Annie. Yeah. So as I was saying, big up the lawyers, them who coming around for Jamaicans. Yeah, just the same way we're talking about beaches in Jamaica, and Jamaicans have less access to public beaches. And one person said that Jamaica have at least a 1%, less than 1%, 1% access to public beaches in Jamaica. And I see some minister coming out and say that's a lie. But yeah, it's a lie for true. Jamaica, I mean, Jamaica, when he says it's a lie, it's actually fact, because Jamaica have less than 1% access to public beach. It's like, I mean, 0. Something percent, so it's actually less than 1%. So in fact, it wasn't accurate. It's true, But it cannot be this. It cannot be like this. And people continue to say this is what you voted for. People did not vote for this. People voted for people who love them. You get what I'm saying? And I'm gonna point to one person in particular again. A lot of Jamaican politicians, whenever time they are keeping election, even these same persons that were the house was bulldozed down, I'm sure the politician went there before campaigning. You didn't see that these persons were actually, you didn't know that these persons were actually squatting from both sides of the house. PNP and JLP, I'm sure they all went there and they didn't see that these persons were squatting, that they needed help before now. You get what I'm saying? They needed help. Yeah. The people, them two thief, one take over people place. and again, when I say Jamaican politicians, when they are actually need votes, they tell you what they're gonna do, how they're gonna do, and when they're gonna do. And then they do the opposite of what they say gonna do when they win. And I say again, big up Uncle Donald Trump. Uncle Donald Trump, they had a big problem in America with persons crossing the border coming into America, because I've watched several YouTubers, not mainstream. I mean, I really watch mainstream media. I don't watch them. I mean, I hate them, but I like them. You get what I'm saying? Mainstream media. And I've watched several YouTubers showing that whenever time persons come across the border, come into America, they throw away their passport and all identification. They throw them away so you don't know who the persons, so there's no trace of them. If they are criminals, what they did in their country, you don't know nothing about them. And they were letting in persons like this who are coming into America by the thousands every day. Even people from Jamaica, people from Montego Bay too, because I know people who cross the border from Jamaica going into America. And Uncle Donald said, when he win the election, told the American people, because Border Patrol was frustrated. People was calling Border Patrol like it's a Uber. Hello, I'm here. Come and pick me up. That was what people were doing when they crossed the border. And Border Patrol come and take them up and go process them and let them in the country. And they get thousands of dollars and card to shop and they stay at hotel and all of that. And Americans tax dollars. And Uncle Donald said, no more of that. He is for the American people. You get what I'm saying? And he said, when I win the election, it's going to be the biggest mass deportation ever in the history of America. And did he not keep his word? Yes, that is what he voted on. And when he won the election against the Indian lady, yeah, that's what he did. He did what he said what he's going to do. Do how politicians do what they said they're going to do when they win the election. They don't do. A lot of these communities don't even see them after they win. They don't see them. Because Jamaicans don't hold politicians accountable. And Jamaicans have the notion, are the thinking that, politicians are there to be served. Not understanding, say we vote for them, we vote them in for proper representation, so they are supposed to serve us. We are not to serve them. They are there to serve, not to be served. And repeat it again. You get what I'm saying? Jamaicans have this notion that, the Jamaicans bus on the road, the yellow bus them, they are government bus. People not understanding that they were bought with Jamaican tax dollars. You get what I'm saying? So everything Jamaicans say, the government. It's like, they don't understand. And it's a slave mindset. But do you know that a certain prime minister mash up some houses in St. Catherine about 2 years now? Yes, Joy, I saw that. I saw that. Was that Portmore? Remind me if it was Portmore. Donald Trump deport people who don't follow the law. Jamaica remove people from a land who doesn't follow the law. Same thing. No, that's not the same thing. That's not the same thing. That is like comparing apple and oranges. Apple and orange are two different things. Apple is apple and orange is orange. You get what I'm saying? Jamaica remove people from from land who does not follow the law. So tell me now, what they did in Trelawney was to how they removed those persons. Was that lawful? That's a question for you. And don't take too long for answer. I'm giving you a couple seconds to answer. How they removed those persons in Trelawney, was that lawful? That's my question. So you're talking about Uncle Donald. Uncle Donald remove people who doesn't follow the law. It's not about people who don't follow the law. It's not just about people who don't follow the law. How can you have thousands of people come into the country? Once they come into the country, they came into the country illegally. So you're going to compare that with Jamaica. It's a common sense ain't so common. And there ain't no fixing, no stupidity. If you're just stupid, you're just damn stupid. That's a stupid comment. Yeah. Uncle Donald. Deport people who don't follow the law. You get what I'm saying? On earth you're gonna have thousands of people come into a country. Thousands of people come into a country. What is gonna happen to the people in the country? When you have that is gonna put a big burden on the country. Okay, Joy say, not sure a Portmore or Spanish Town. Okay. Yeah, so you can't answer yet. I'm asking the person. I'm not even gonna try to call his name because as I say, every social media you go and know, every social media, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, you have persons who have several different accounts who are paid to go and make stupid comments. I've been on Facebook especially, and I've seen another platforms, and I've seen the same the same persons with the same name commenting and and leaving comments. I'm like, okay, this is paid for by who now? You get what I'm saying? Yeah, but as I say, on my platform, I ain't gonna have it. I'm gonna delete your ass. Yeah. I kind of agree with you. People just can't come take over people's land. No, Sister Sandra, don't get it wrong. And I'm not saying that the people should come take over people's land. That is wrong. You get what I'm saying? It's not about take over land. But for example, my family in the country, they have land now, and no one is there going to take over the land now. Because what? It is occupied. If someone is trespassing our private property anywhere in any country, the owner has the right to remove them. Remove them how? That's what I'm asked. I asked you a question. All right, I'm giving you 3-5 seconds to answer me now. I'm asking you if all those persons were removed in Trelawney, if that was legal. That's what I'm asking you. How they were removed in Trelawney, was that legal? That's what I'm asking. I mean, the deaf can hear that. Yeah. The judge said people have a right to them opinion only if that's what the person thinks. Yeah, we all have a right to opinion. That is true. You get what I'm saying? But when I know your intention and I figure your intention and your intention isn't so good, you get what I'm saying? Just like how I'm not a person that I'm going to tell no one or introduce no one to no church with no false prophet. I'm not going to be responsible for people misleading God's children astray. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to point it out to them and say, that church, a devil worshiper them, a liar, false prophet, wicked. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to do my part. So if you say, oh, you think I should go to that, I'm going to tell you no. You get what I'm saying? That is it. Yeah. So if I see you talking shit, yeah, you know what I'm gonna do. Simple as that. You know? Yeah, zero tolerance. Sister Sandra too. I'm asking you, how those persons were treated in Trelawney. Is that legal? That's what I'm asking you, you guys. That's what I'm asking. Is that legal? Is that legal? Was that the proper way to go about it? I soon come for some of those land fire. Yeah, but as I was saying, yeah, my family have land in the country. We have land. But if anyone should go there, and those persons are actually there occupying, so no one could actually just go on it and like that. No one is going to do that because persons are there. It is not left. But then further down to Senton, you have a lot of lands there in some isolated that, from I know myself, those land have always been unoccupied, literally woodland. Nobody lives there. Nobody lives there. So what if persons go on and what you say, no one should go on and do anything to farm there or anything like that? Because it's been there for years. Nobody knows whose land it is. Yeah. Through legal means, I'm not sure how this was done, but it, in my opinion, disagreement is part of a conversation. I'm asking you, then I mean, if you don't know, you should know. You get what I'm saying? Based on what you have seen, is it legal? That's what I'm asking you. And you should know, you should have seen it. So you don't participate in a conversation that you don't know. I don't come here and don't do my research. I know nothing at all, not chat out my mouth. I don't do that. You get what I'm saying? I don't do that. I just don't know anything at all that's come up. And my opinion, the law is the law. You get what I'm saying? The law is the law. The law of the land. And Father God said we should obey the law of the land. We should obey the law of the land. But even the law, or those not in the law, but those who set the law can be wrong. That's how we stay now, because they are man. Even those who set the law and should enforce the law can also be wrong and in wrong. That's how it is, because they are human being. They are man, not so kind. You get what I'm saying? Just relax, Holy Yo, they are just man, not so kind. So, as I said before, human beings are like that. I subscribed to your channel before you move back to Jamaica. Okay, good. So, and I have nothing for you till I have nothing for you being subscribed or nothing. It is just what we are discussing here. You get what I'm saying? It is just about what we are discussing here. Just about what we're discussing here. Was it lawful how they do it? And it's not. It's not. What they did wasn't lawful. That's what I'm saying. And it has been going on for years now. Just this time, thanks to social media, just blow up. And everybody can see those lands soon take over fire. Jamaica build a little world by themselves. Trust me, Jai. Well, you see a lot of these lands, if you don't have some form of highway near them, they will never be developed. Because there is no proper road there, which is road is the least, because there is road, but the road is not roading. The road is not car worthy. You get what I'm saying? There's no water. I think you see me walk those places. I used to walk places like that for school. They have school, because it's between Senton and St. Catherine. Kids don't even walk that road anymore to school because it's very, very lonely. And very few people have farmed that side. It is lonely, but no one's there. I mean, there are acres and acres of land that nobody even think about farming. And I talk about from I was a little boy, and I ain't no little boy now. To me, yes. One of my uncles is one of the lawyers who is representing them. Let them deal with it in court. To me, yes. What Sister Sandra? They dealt with it correctly, or Sister Sandra, you're saying that they dealt with it correctly based on the way that they demolished the house and everything. Everything was lawful. That's what I'm asking, Sister Sandra. If it was lawful, and you're saying to me, yes, It must not be to you, yes. It is not your opinion. It have to be in the law. And no, Sister Sandra, it wasn't lawful. It wasn't. How could that be lawful, Sister Sandra? They took the men. Police came and they took the men, them, and locked them up until in the evening. And if they had posted on the property that they should have leave the land, that's a different thing, and give them time to leave it. When I look, Sister Sandra, when I look, I see where it's saying that the house shouldn't have even been torn down with people property in the house. You get what I'm saying? So it could never be lawful. And I'm no lawyer. I didn't went to no law from a law school. You get what I'm saying? The only degree I have is the one that I bought in the supermarket. Yeah. But that wasn't lawful, Sister Sandra. So if you're saying yes, you are wrong. So that is your opinion. That is not my opinion. It is based on what the law says. Yeah. So on this case, it's not an opinion thing. I don't know the full details of it, Holy Fire, so I have less to say. Yeah, well, you should know the details of it, Joy. Right now, I feel like some cold cornflakes. Yeah, I don't like cornflakes, especially the one that we Jamaican like. Yeah. So you have right. And as I said, Joy, you didn't even select Joy because you said persons were in your house and you had to go to the right person. You couldn't go and throw them out. You get what I'm saying? You had to give them time to come out. And if you go there with bad man or some police friends that you know, that was illegal. And as I said before, even those who are there to enforce the law can also break the law. That's how it goes. And that's how it always goes in Jamaica. I can see money spent in them house though. Well, yeah, if I even bought those, money have to spend. I mean, zinc and steel and everything don't fall from the sky. You get what I'm saying? It's not manna. You know, it's not manna. We are living in the 20th century. Not in the 20th. We are living in the 20th century, so none of that fall from the sky. So it have to cost money, Joy. It have to cost money. It has to cost money. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But as I say, it's the greatest thing that I love about this, that something is actually come out of it, and persons will be and have to be prepared for it properly, where they can get somewhere to know how to live. Yeah. You did a full research on this Solar Fire. Well, not really a full research, you know, but yes, I look. Because, as I said, let me tell you something in Jamaica. The other day, I saw something where a policeman asked a citizen, took him out of his house, and he was standing in his yard. He took him out of his yard, which is, I would not come out of my yard. You got to come in here. I'm going to open the gate and come in here and talk to me. He took him out of his yard and put him aside. And then afterwards, he tell him that if he don't go for his ID, he's going to lock him up. Show him an ID. And when he went for his ID, the other policeman took a picture of his ID and put it from his personal phone. Just give it to another policeman, took a photo of it. And I'm like, is that legal? And when I look, that wasn't legal. You get what I'm saying? That wasn't legal. So the law is there. And as I said before, those who are there to enforce the law, all the time they break the law, but it is not their, put it this way now, responsibility. It's not their responsibility to tell you the law. It is your responsibility to do your own research and know the law. It is not their responsibility to show you the law or teach you the law. It is your responsibility to know. So you know when your rights are being infringed on. where the squatters give notice. The news report suggests that this was been going on for 10 years. If I am correct, I stand to be corrected. Yeah, this not 10 years, it's going on for more than 10 years. More than 10 years, it was been going on for. So apparently, people don't know what is going on because it was not something that was publicized. You get what I'm saying? As I said before, certain politicians were actually fighting for them because they wanted to buy the land in order to sort out the people. So it has been going on for years. So even though they actually win the case, so no, they have the land, they go about it, they have the land. So the way to go about it, or they do about getting rid of the people off the land was wrong. So you can have your right and you give it away. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It was wrong the way that they do it, the way that they go about it. It was wrong. They took the men who were having boisterous. I was told by my nephew, who was one of the officers. Yes, and as I said, police are one of the lies thing. One of your nephew was an officer. If you understand, and I will even read the rest of the story, Sister Sandra. One of your nephew who is an officer. And guess what? Just like, oh, you see, every citizen that was shot in Jamaica, they automatically point a gun at the officer, point a gun at the officer, and then end up getting shot. There's no word. It is sad, but you can't take a word of officer. Even your son or your husband that you sleep with. So I won't even afraid read that your nephew. They took they took the men who were boisterous. So people come for you 3 o'clock in the morning, so early, and took them, and they were boisterous. This is Jamaica, Sister Sandra. This is Jamaica. Yeah, I need some money to build up a house on the beach front at St. Anne. Me to dry. My nephew is not lying. I know he's not lying. He's not lying. Not on his back or his side, but somewhere else, to your face. Not on his back or his side, but to your face, Sister Sandra. As a Jamaican, I will not take a police word for it, and it's sad to see because I've seen it. Trust me. I've been in Jamaica for a period of time, and sometimes I'm wondering if I'm seeing what I'm seeing. When I hear things, I've heard things, Sandra, that so barbaric that you wouldn't even understand. But until it actually happened to people that you know, then you will really understand and realize how wicked people can be that are set to enforce the law. Trust me. Nothing is as it seems. You get what I'm saying? And as long as you have money, trust me, people will do anything until life here. Yeah, that's how it goes in Jamaica. Money talk and bullshit walk, as they say. Yeah, sad to say. God, I tell you. But, you know, people love Jamaica. I love Jamaica, but I don't love injustice. You get what I'm saying? People love Jamaica. I love in Jamaica, but we don't love injustice. Yeah. And people must be treated like human beings. People must be treated. And a lot of Jamaicans, if you're looking up, a lot of Jamaicans, they treat each other so shitty, inhumane. And as I said, Jamaica is not independent because when I think about a lot of times how Jamaicans are being treated by their own, especially those who are set to enforce the law, it reminds you of what our ancestors went through. And I'm looking at it a lot of times and saying, this is not the white man, the European that is putting us through this. It is our own people of our own skin color are doing this atrocity, taking us back into slavery. It is the same thing. It is no different. Piling up young men, young Jamaican men in trucks, just like how the way that they came across the Atlantic Ocean and the boats and the ships pile up. Some of them die and get thrown in the ocean. It is the same thing today. It's a different time, but it's the same thing. Modern day slavery. Yeah, our own now. Our own enslaving our own. Carrying out the act same way. Maybe that man was getting some in the early morning and people come in and them, what do you think happened? Exactly. Even that joy. Exactly. You know, in the morning there, yes. When the cock start to crow in the early morning. I feel it from a person take over. I feel it from people who take over my place fire. And that's a different scenario, Joy. Yeah. Why is that a different scenario? Okay. Jamaica is nice. Yeah, Jamaica is nice. Yeah. But as I said, when I see what I see at times, I mean, I'm not someone who cry, who easy to cry, but sometimes it really grieves me to the way where you see things happen. The way that you see things happen. And I heard a Jamaican man once said to me, and I respect him for that. He said to me that, listen, you will never see me fight with another Jamaican. You will never see me fight another Jamaican. And him say never used to be like that. The reason why he said that, he said he once heard a Chinaman said they can pay 2 Jamaicans to fight each other. But no Jamaican can pay 2 Chinese to fight each other. You get what I'm saying? Overall, and I look at that and I'm saying, yeah, you're so right. Because we fight and we analyze each other over what? You get what I'm saying? Because you get money to do it. You get money to enforce certain law and not even following the law. So send the link. The link is already there. The link is already there. Oh, this brain? The link is already, bro. Did it put up? So look at top. Just scroll back up and see it. I'm saying. Yeah. Olufaya, trust me, I understand the raw emotion, but if it was your land, how would you have handled it differently trying to get your land? I would go to the right procedure, bro. I would go to the right procedure. I would have gone to the right procedure. You get what I'm saying? Right now, our land that we have in the country, I mean, persons have come over into it, more than one place. And what we're going to do, we're not going to bad them up and a country, bad them up with cutlass and thing. We can do that, but we're not going to do that. We're going to get the land severe. Yeah, that's the proper way, proper channel. Policy as much as possible. Try to be at peace with all, man. That's the first option, but do it lawfully. Yes, Brain? Yes,
Yeah, man.
Brain.
Blessed night, my general.
Yeah, pick up yourself.
Every time. I'm blessed night to everybody, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I hope full man is it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you see topic, Brain Boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no style.
Yeah.
I just can't believe, say,
Mm-hmm.
people all still get tearing down in Jamaica in 2026. But things that the thing they finish and done with.
Yeah, sure you would. Well, of course I would, yeah. That's the thing in the Brain, and it's not about just Brain and how it was done. You get me? I say, lawful, brother, and people that say, this is what I'm saying. It is not lawful how they go about doing it. You see it?
Yeah.
And it's only because those persons are the less fortunate.
True.
Because I guarantee you this, if it was a resort that was there, and I mean there was a fight for the land, they would have gone through the proper channel. No, you'd have never see police around and buck you down.
Innocent could tear down Matalan place even though a film land, we'd have to go through the lawful and if you do that as suing.
Yeah.
Bless up, Sister Joy.
They would never do that. That's what I'm saying. But that's what people not get.
But
Eh?
you have to really understand, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And poor people, we the lower class people can learn from this, like so much from it. Mean
Yeah.
when the police them going in uptown for any or drugs man, or they go silently, nicely, and they go with warrant.
Yeah. Warrant.
Yeah, but when they are going in the ghetto for the same set of drugs man, gunman, thief, you name them, them just gonna kick off your door, take you out in the early morning.
Yeah. I've seen police here in Montego Bay just a little dispute where there was just, following a mother going for her clothes from her baby father, and the police go and kick off the gate. That wasn't necessary.
Exactly. But you won't try that with the rich man gate.
No.
You understand?
Yeah.
So those things is showing us from we're young till now that the law is against us.
Yeah.
You understand? Them treat us the same way, and the majority of the people them that vote.
Yeah.
At the first, now man, I will put up in my agree.
I will put up will be agree pan, but brain a get to you Joy, so him know.
Yeah.
And Joy to get out. Yeah.
And I can understand why Joy said that still, you know. Me's not the type of person. I don't when I will come, I look in and out from every situation.
Yeah.
You understand? But anyway, so from my band, me seeing these things taking place, and as I said, we can go to the simplest. As I say, the girl is going for some clothes from her baby father. You say from who?
From her baby father. You know they have a little dispute, and she
exactly.
So station police father then come for her clothes.
Yeah.
So, there was necessary for
same girl. Exactly, and if that same girl was talking to a rich man child in Beverly Hills, they would go nicely.
And he couldn't kick off the gate.
And he couldn't kick off the gate. He couldn't kick off the gate. It would have been destruction of property towards him.
Yeah.
You understand? So it show you say from the politician them come right down to even the law enforcement officers. That them take off a fool. And even with the whole tearing down, I was told from somebody that live within the area that a pastor that run a church was driving a tractor. Brother, you hear me about me say somebody we living at the area said there's a pastor man. We go to church on Sunday day and I want to tractor them and tear down the people them place, brother.
Jaja.
You may be so hear about it.
Yeah.
You may be so
hear something about something about a part of the truth, but I wasn't really taking note of it.
Yeah, tell you, brother. So these are the things that I try to show you what society are part of, bro.
Yeah.
There's nobody. I understand say you want to get a but you're a human being, bro. Tell them say listen, me not, you know, say me have a house and me no want to work at today. Call somebody else. And when them call a man, and the man is supposed to tell them the same thing till they have nobody to do it. So who send them? Go and go drive the tractor yourself.
So Sister Sandra said, and every radio you must have a warrant. Some people doesn't know that. They can ask to see it. Ask to see it. Sister Sandra, you want to live in the ghetto and police come and you ask if you want to lick you get.
You want to lick where you get because them take ghetto people for dunce, them for stupid. And let me tell you something. The fastest man in the world is where him come from, the ghetto.
Alright.
The whole of them big artists here will come to millionaire and do music for Jamaican dancehall music and reggae music can live until today. They are coming from the ghetto. Stop treat ghetto people, so brother. A whole heap of rich people are thief, a whole for rich people they on land where but they were them not paying for.
Mm-hmm.
When they go in a housing trust, them push up enough of them money friend them up front, brother. And cut deal with them so them not pay no housing trust and I live.
Yeah.
We're not going to spend time and sit down and get the country correct from with equality. Look how much police officers have taxi on the road. We are white
Yeah.
plate.
Yes, Sister Sandra, you can tell us what your job is, how your job was. Yeah.
Look
Yeah.
about police officer.
Don't,
I
Brain.
sell weed.
Brain, don't talk about taxi, because I tell you, that's another topic.
No, but me
I
just try
know.
to show you that there's a lot of things going on
Yeah.
where
Yeah, we need to fix.
even the man we're supposed to do right. You know what policeman there with school pitney, brother? Me know one we come from Papi and they call him Bogley, you know. And when me a little youth in them used to do with one of my cousins, them and one group and them a school pitney, you know. And
Yeah.
in quick we come kick off a man door and go lock up a man where they were on school pitney when you call upon a school pitney. What's going on? No for them rich man they not pay a light bill, brother. No for them a thief, them pay the electrician for run thieving like the enemy meter.
But that's not important. They have money, Brain. That's the thing. You see?
Bro, you know much man I work in a security force, in a security company. And they are working on a Brinks. They are working, me used to work for a security company in Jamaica. And this is how me I tell you for facts.
So Sister Sandra said police are humans.
Exactly. And police are idiots. Them for learn
then
so they are
that's
not a part of the law.
But then operate like that, Sister Sandra. A lot of them believe like they are literally alien.
Bro, you know much man I work on the
Yeah.
Brinks and don't have a
Yeah.
gun license and they are traveling with the Brinks. Them have got the bank and them have the gun and all of them think that they do not have a gun license. If them people ever make me come out and talk, yes, my brother, are the biggest informer them would have called me in Jamaica. Cause me go with electrician in a rich man yard, got key flight and run wire behind them meter for them can cut back from bill. And we would find out them yard 1-1. And free up poor people, boy, and love poor people.
That's true, man. So are you saying that there were no illegal courts involvement? You incorrectly sneered me earlier by making false statement about my intent. True, it's I'm living in US and have agenda. I'm not saying that. Listen. When I speak, please understand when I speak. You get what I'm saying? Please understand when I speak. Yeah. I'm not saying that there wasn't any legal court document. I'm just saying how they go about it, doing it, and throwing off the people off the land. That was totally wrong. And it cannot be right.
Bro, as what you say, Devon, the main point of the story is just go about it the right way. Nothing else. So when I tell you say you can't come for your land and you don't already for your land. When I tell you say, yeah, you never did give the people them notice 10 years ago. Don't get it wrong.
Yeah.
But not because we live in our landlord, not because we live in your house, Devon. You are away or foreign and we live in your place for 20 years. It's in the law. You can't come as the landlord for the place, come just tear it down with me in there. Even though you're a place, you know.
No, you know work that way then. That's how it goes.
You could have even give me 20 notice. It's in the law book. You're supposed to go and take out a summons. Go and serve me a summons then. That is lawful.
Yes, you have such a time to leave.
So them boy are not different from the bad man, we're ignorant. Saying so them would have go shoot the people them then few people them come out for them land. Just like one man would have want somebody come out from land and implant
Sister Sandra leave say, Sister Ernest, there was a police there and he told her that the men that who they took after 3 in the morning there, they were behaving boisterous, so they took them and detained them.
What do you mean about the man was behaving boisterous? What do you mean?
Yeah, they were behaving
Bro,
boisterous, so they took
bro, let
them.
me tell you something. Let me say something to you. They,
Me guarantee you, say if them not behave boisterous, one or two of them would end up. I mean, if they not have a gun, they would have a gun assigned to them.
let me tell you something, man. Them know
Yeah,
what them a do and them plan. Them don't know, say, listen up. We want to do this operation good and want to go in and tear down this place. And we don't want a man go take out them thing and pipe and shoot off on a man and cause an African race. So watch out now.
yeah.
Go in there,
We
go
know
pick
what
up some man.
nice. Yeah, the woman and penny them. Yeah, them easier to deal with.
So nobody's not say you can't come for your land. But let me tell you
No.
something. The owner of the land, me not call him name. Although me
Mhm.
love call name, because I don't fear them in my general.
No, we not call names still. Yeah,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, me like bro, me I bring you down more and bring you down, you know.
yeah,
But anyway, them is what you call them private sector in Jamaica.
yeah.
Private sector around the country.
Mm-hmm.
And each private sector is assigned to a party.
Right.
Whether
All of
to
that
the PNP side
Yeah, a
or
lot
to
of them
the
are
Labour
political
side.
affiliation, with you.
All right, thank you very much. Now, there's only two things support the government body.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think the government body is different. So one is green or orange. Only thing separate these two government body is just a color, a
Yeah.
green and orange. There's nothing more. Don't let them trick you. None
No, sir.
not better than none. It's just our man sit down and write him letter, just like when you go look at work. So when you go look at work, you go do your resume.
Yeah.
When you go in the morning, you do an interview. The person asks you if he's a person who always come to work early. Hear you, yes, miss, because you want to work. It's when you get used to that job.
Yeah.
I'll be a later start come because you get used to supervisor, get used to boss. All of we are liar. So I
Yeah.
same thing with them. So
Yeah.
them write scripts and come talk nice on TV to the people them and sell the people them dreams.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So why I bring up this?
Yeah.
There was somebody saying to me that it don't have nothing to do with politics. It don't have nothing to do with no politician. But let
Yeah.
me tell you this, bro. He could not go and do that act without agreement from one of those silly guys, one of those color.
Yeah.
One of those color is behind it.
Mm-hmm.
One of those color is behind it. Because you have to get some agreement from KCC
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly.
to go ahead
Exactly.
and do it, bro.
Exactly.
It is deeper and bigger than what we think. It's not just a tractor
Exactly,
and police
Green.
come and pick up some man and
And
bring him to
and police are not security. JCF
Exactly.
and JDF is not security, not private security.
Thank you very much. They work
Yeah.
for the government.
Work for the government.
Good. So and I like him send film police them, and I like that person that send feed them.
Right.
Yeah, where him have him own police security them, him have him private security them then.
Yeah.
You get to me, I said to your general?
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
it's a all plan. Now listen what the plan lead down to now. I see the opposition them come now and making nice. And the opposition are acting like they are with the people. They come, they give chapali. They come.
No.
You have
And
one.
the opposition give Chapal, the disaster relief.
Bro, it's all come down to politics. That me I try to tell you, don't let these names trick you, brother.
Yeah.
Because me hear the opposition
EPM or
side
something
them.
like that.
Me hear the opposition side them get up and start make nice. Even the top liar.
Yeah.
Now, because when me I talk now, as I said, me is not in defense of nobody. Me and none of them are a friend. Me not like none of the party them and none of the color them. I don't do politics. So me will come at everybody. I don't care.
Yeah.
Now, me hear them. If they were in power,
Mm-hmm.
the same thing would have happened.
Oh,
and
Lord.
then the other side would have come and I give Chapali. Come and I make them nice and I show them up like, oh, they are the worst. The Walla is a script, brother. It meant to happen this way.
Yeah.
And it's time for Jamaican people to wake up, free from the science where these politicians science people them.
I love when you say that.
No, but
Because
it's true, me I tell you, brother. Stop
I love when you
taking
say
the
because
joke
of
them, man.
facts. No facts.
The man them wicked to the people them, brother. And it's time for Jamaican people them wake up, brother. Me I tell you from the heart, bro.
Because in all cases, with all of this we are going, you have Jamaicans that's gonna tell you JLP this, some are gonna say
Thank you.
PNP
All right.
this.
You know that. You know
And
that.
they
Yeah.
hate that.
Good.
Trust me.
Thank you very much. And do you know that you have some poor people right now? I say, you know, you have people right now where I say, but the people then give them notice, and them could have come up for the people them long time. They are not looking at it. Did not go in the right way.
Exactly. That no unite. That no unite.
So
They're
even
not seeing that.
even the politics conversation start up within this thing talking right now. I can't believe it, brother.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw Dirty Labour right then. I saw a PNP then tan. I saw them watch them come out now.
See, Rural Read, me can't call him name because it's not me spreading propaganda on him. It's in the media. It's already in the news. Him rob education money. And me not see them go clamp him house. Me not see them go take what things from him. Him still a walk around and living in big house and all right, brother.
Yeah.
And if it was a poor youth or a poor man picnic with other behind bars, bro.
So one rule for the rich and one for the
Exactly,
poor.
brother.
One law.
Bro, you know what say the other day? Somebody said a thing to me. Me not go switch the conversation.
Yeah.
But I just want to say this. There's a lot of distraction taking place in Jamaica. And this is just a warning because more places going to be demolished. You just get up in the morning and them come take more man out of them bed and them carry them, go lock them down and them tear down. There's more places going to be like just like that.
Yeah.
So as it be in the beginning, so shall it be in the end.
Yeah.
There's no human rights. Human rights.
I said that. You said, say, was it so in the beginning, so shall it be in the end? Remember, I saw one story back then about some Jamaicans, was somewhere in a ghetto where they took them, promised them job, and them end up, and that is history, Jamaican history. And when they took them, I think they took them in some ambulance, so when they end up on JDF shooting range. You remember that story there? You never hear about it?
Yeah, something like it, about like it.
Yes, and some of them run for them life because they end up on JDF shooting range. Them and shoot off of them. That is Jamaican history. Just as I said, was it the beginning, so shall it be the end? I remember in Coral Gardens, Montego Bay, when the Rasta them have a dispute with a gas station owner. And back then it was Bustamante was the prime minister. And I remember hearing them say, because that is Jamaican history, Rasta all over Jamaica were caught and beaten and killed and tortured and trimmed all over Jamaica. I remember that. Because Rasta them in a dispute with human. So what I say, so was it the beginning, so shall it be the end? I don't know what happened just now. It hasn't happened for years.
What is human rights in Jamaica? What is human rights for? Who is human rights? Human rights still owned by the government. They're constantly tricking the people. They're gonna take the people them for one piece of big head bud. And I can't believe you have done said Jamaican in a 2026. I think say when my grandfather and my great grandfather them start go school from 6th grade to 9th grade, me will understand them. I get tricked by these guys and people. You know, if human rights did exist, this could happen. This is a human right violation.
Violation, yeah. So what will happen? Will these persons be sued then because they violate their human rights? Eh? No, I'm just saying what will happen if will they be sued? I'm saying because they'll say it's human rights and they were violated.
First thing, let me teach you something. I tell you something, I show you say no sue can go on.
Yeah.
Say for instance, one of the party them or one of the color them are not even color. You have a set of people come in and they are on those people's side. And then say, right then, we are going to back them people for sue. No. Even if we spend some money for sue you, the big man who own the hotel, where feel like on a tough boy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what got me? There's meat gonna draw behind these poor people back. And that man is gonna spend some money just to squash. And the same poor people is gonna take their 10 million and their 20 million just to just forget about this because they know what the people them like. They know that the people them love money. The people them
Yeah.
do not love rights. The people them do not love their own human rights. They love money. Just like the thing what happened with the X6 and the Coyote family get buy out, brother.
I remember.
And there's no money on the face of the earth can bring back my son.
Yeah.
You can't pay me for my pain, for my son.
No, you can't
And
pay me
these
for
are,
no
and
pain.
thank you. And these things are taking place, bro.
Yeah.
And all of
So
we
at the beginning, so shall it be in the end?
thank you. And all of we see are going on TikTok. You know what is taking place in Jamaica?
Yeah. Distraction.
Everybody, thank you, is a distraction. Everybody take on to this gay guy vice. All the women them post it, all of them laugh about it, and woman they ever embrace woman. There's so much things is going to play. Brother, I know me to see a TikToker come talk about the little girl that was grape. And no, brother.
That not trend.
And thousands, millions of Jamaican and people right across the world is giving people money to them TikTok. Yeah, me attack, I'm a bad mind. My bad mind Rosalie, my bad mind Akeem. 1,000 million people across the world I send money to them cash up. And it's real nonsense. Bro, he said me here say me say me da buy my plane ticket right now, charging.
Yeah. Well, and let me say, I said, lively discussion. I am still confused. Is the problem that it was not done with the compassion or that it shouldn't have happened? Is it the issue with the police who showed up or the landowner? It's all issued, bro. The way it was done about, as in the detaining of the men, that was totally wrong also, because they were taken and thing. And
it
then
could have just done. It could have been the right way. The lawful way.
And with the landowner, because they should have been served notice. You just don't come and mash down because that is not the law. That is not lawful.
Even if a landlord, even if your parent at one place, no landlord not supposed to come to the place with you.
Because I couldn't have done that if it was my land.
Yeah.
I couldn't get police mobilized like that. And as
I
said,
if it was a little ghetto you then I want to land. True.
I couldn't get that. So you have to have money. Members of parliament coming to talk to take down everything. Soon hear nothing about it. Big weak.
Brother?
Yeah. So
brother?
I tell you.
You see, I'm sorry, I can't. I'm sorry, say I could have fly out and just gone and ever gonna live, brother. Or maybe one different planet than where.
Well, me say Elon, I try make place on Mars.
Deal for that, man. Deal for that, man, he says.
So, anybody but a different planet. And you don't mind living with people who are racist and all that. So you better know that, what I just said before.
Trust me, bro. I don't know if you tell us still.
We'll never get brother brain, okay. So thanks for clarification. I was under the impression that notice was given. No, fam. No, that is exactly what we are saying.
No, what I'm saying, but we are still saying. Yeah. Even if a notice.
Yeah.
Was
proper
given,
notice wasn't given.
Yes, so even if you give a notice.
Because people are saying they were notified years ago.
Yeah.
But years ago, it was still going through the court.
It's still going through the court. So you know, just get ignorant and just decide, say, oh, yeah, I want Tonya saying I want this place and everything. That's that here. Though.
Yeah. So nobody knew, because when it going to the court, it's not like citizen or the person that live in there actually get information and say, this is what going on, this is what is happening in the courthouse today and this was happening. They don't know. You get
what I'm saying? As I said,
yeah,
it just rough on poor people, and it is awful, you know. I mean, I'm not in Jamaica, and it is awful to be out of your country and seeing these things still taking place in 2026 when things can just can be a better walk, a better way. There's a better way of it can be done. You understand?
And tell me now, those person that did it now, tell me now, the hotel is so near. There's a hotel there. I remember which hotel there again. Come and drive around, I remember exactly the hotel name again. Anyway, that's another story. And the hotel is near. So persons who are coming to the hotel, don't they realize that guests and everybody gonna see everything we're gonna go on and that gonna look bad on Jamaica?
The man not care.
You get what I'm saying? So Joy say, I want to live in the woods where only me alone live to Brother Brains. Can't stand people. So Sister Sandra said,
man.
which is, I've not seen that nowhere, Sister Sandra. Sister Sandra said, notice was given to them from last year, March. Sister Sandra said that. Sister Sandra is the only person I've seen saying that. So I don't know. Sister Sandra must have connected to some politician too. That's why she know that. If you are correct, a lawsuit should be filed and easily won. Easier said than done, fam. Sister Sandra is the only person I've seen that notice was given last year, March. You get what I'm saying? It's because if notice was given, from my understanding, if notice was given, it's the people are living on a land. If notice was given, you should have certain notice nailed up on trees or something in the land, and the land that people can go there and say, no, they would go there and say, yes, this is notice that they had certain sort of time to leave and they not leave. And even that, it is not lawful for you to go and bulldoze down people's place with stuff in their house and all of that. They have to take them out. It is not lawful. That's it. It's not lawful. It is not lawful.
You violate human rights. You violate rights of human.
Not lawful. It is not lawful. I have good connections. Even if you have good connection, Sister Sandra, it is not lawful. So what is done is it's still illegal. It was not legitimate. So you can have your rights and still give away your rights based on how you go about doing it. So you have to do it the right way.
Hey, let me tell you something. Look on this. In Jamaica, you have a thing they call human rights, eh?
It's not people place. Boy. It's lawful in the United States after notice is given. After notice is given. Okay. So yes, Brain, go on.
So in Jamaica, you have the human rights, right?
Yeah.
And then in a police force, the police them have a thing where them call them have the rights to get it done. So
Yeah.
the law said, or the human rights have something said that a police must not trace a vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
The police them have a law will tell us say, yes, we're not supposed to trace a vehicle, yes, but under certain circumstances, we have the right to chase a vehicle. So it can be argued in court, right?
Yeah.
Now, and within the rest of the world, you have one set of law will go for everybody, and the rest of police and everybody stay within them lane.
Yeah.
See?
Okay, Sister Sandra, we know from yeah.
And you see, you know why you have you have to answer the question more than one time in the comment section.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have a thing with them say context matter.
Yeah.
The context that you are trying to show them that it never happened.
Yeah.
Powerful. It's not like you're in defense of them people should have moved because them get notice or the man if come from land. No, we are not. He says land him ready for the place and him give notice him want them it go court. Yeah, we get the main topic.
Yeah.
Is it just never did the right. Because by the end of the day, it never do the right way. We are arguing.
Just at the set in the Brains, the other day, as I said before, I mean, if you hear me, I say it, I saw a policeman pull a man out of his yard. And he wasn't a part of what they came about, but because he was living there with family members. So he wasn't a part of what they took him out of his yard. Didn't have to take him out of his yard because me didn't come out of my yard. Then couldn't draw me out of my yard. I'm not coming out. You get what I'm saying? I'm not coming out because you did not come about me. A matter of fact, the man never have on a shirt. So you couldn't think say him have something on his shirt, a weapon or anything, because he did not have on a shirt. That's the thing. And him did the attack. And the police say, yo, what your name? And him tell him his name and something. Man must say, a matter of fact, go for your ID. If you not go for your ID, you can show me, I go lock you up. You get what I'm saying? And when I look, I mean in the laws, and it show me say, the whole way him should have asked him for the ID is unless he's driving. So it's not lawful for him to go about in business and police will tell him, say, just show me ID. You get what I'm saying? And in that case, he took him out of his house, out of his yard, and I tell him about based on him attack, say if he just go for, and when he go for him ID, you know when did? He went for his passport. And I watched the police give him passport to another police that threatened his son because his son was behaving away, a young teenager, and I said, let my father alone and rent and blah, and police, and him said, Batty boy, leg of my father. Yes, call back brains. And when he said leg of my father, the policeman said to the little boy, I said, you when I catch you up on the road, and when I see you up on the road, I shoot me, I go shoot you. You get what I'm saying? Policeman tell a little boy that. And it's not like there wasn't anyone there. There were several persons there also at their phone out and recording. And the police was brave enough to tell a little boy that. And the same police that told a little boy that, the other policeman took the man passport and gave it to that policeman that was threatening the little boy. And the policeman took out his personal phone and took a picture of the little boy father passport. And walk up again and tell the little boy, remember, you're lucky today here? You're lucky. But make me catch up on the road and see. You get what I'm saying? Kill me, I go kill you. I mean, I say, like, seriously? So a lot of persons start, but you don't know what. And the father was there. The father was there watching all of this being done to his little teenage son, who was in fear, crying, based on what the policeman was saying to him. He was there crying out of fear, and him and his sister, because there was another neighbor who put the little boy in her yard and locked the gate, so the police couldn't get to him. And I'm like, you know, so some people, you don't understand where get to youth have a face more time if the youth them facing from them small. But for me and that little boy, you know, if I was a little boy, I would work not to go in the police force, but to go in the army. Because one day I know I would beat that policeman. I would beat the shit out of him. I would go into the army, and I'm going to do it legally. So I would get in the army. You get what I'm saying? I would definitely work to go in the army, because I'm going to put his face in my head. So definitely have to pass every test, because I'm going to beat his ass. Yeah. So sometimes you can do things, but you can do things, you know, I mean, grow up to hate him, to turn bad man, so him have a right to analyze you. No, you grow up and do it the right way. But a lot of person, enough youth, they grow up like that now, and they grow up hating every police because one police. I'm not saying that all police are not bad enough, but some of them force to do what they do. Some of them, because, trust me, you don't understand the system. If you're not dirty, you better become dirty. You get what I'm saying? A lot of them literally force. Is that they resign or there, and if they resign, then still not safe. So they force. So it does. I mean, I tell you. So just imagine a lot of you have kids, especially your sons, your young boy growing up, and him not safe. Him not safe. Worse if him in the ghetto, because if him in the ghetto, it could happen that when you look, what could happen to him is this. You can, I mean, he's in the ghetto, so people are going to say him bad, literally, when he's not. So if police do analyze him, they're going to put automatically, I mean, give him a gun. Assign a gun to him and say, yes. As you know, the word goes, he pointed at the police. So that you don't know what ghetto people really go through. You know? Trust me. So as Jai and Brain said, Sometimes you want to be as far away from people as possible and all what's going on. Trust me. Yeah. If I could take some people out of this world, just literally take them out, just snap my finger and they disappear, I would. Trust me. Just if I could be God for one day, not saying that I would do a better work than God, but God is so merciful and forgiving. If I could, I would just snap my finger and it just disappear. Literally, people just vanish. You know, like it's the what they call it. Yeah, they just vanish because some of them need to. Because I mean, people are just so messed up, and as I say, it's our own people of our own skin color. Because whenever time some people have power, not even say power, but authority, in some sense, authority, and they are set, they are there to enforce certain laws. They are the one who actually overdo it and violate people's rights. They are the one who violate people's rights. And trust me, it's hard when you look at times. It's hard when you look at it, what people have to go through. And so at other times, the people mad and all of that, because just imagine a father standing there, I mean, helpless. What he's going to do? He's going to attack police. No, he's not so stupid to go attack them because they threaten him, son. So I'm going to say, oh, I'm going to attack them and beat up all of them. They are standing there with them 16s. You know, not a Superman. You know, that's just crazy. A lot of times you see persons that they go crazy and all of that. They think about stuff like this. You know? As I say, human beings, especially people of our own color, some of them are so friggin' selfish and mean. They don't deserve to be here. They don't deserve to be here. Because if you are there to enforce the law and you're not doing it, but you're backed by the law, you cannot be wrong. I tell you. But, you know, I tell you, peeps, sometimes you guys see me walking through the street and I talk about stuff that I see, and people say, oh, you're always looking for faults and all of that. I'm not looking for a perfect world, but where I see faults, I'm going to talk about it. You get what I'm saying? Because some people, they are comfortable because they're okay. They and their families are so okay. They don't give a shit about people, as I said before. And a lot of times, these are the person that you see they go into church to clap their hands. And they pass, they make up their face and people that they pass. Get to youths, them, they pass them. Smoking weeds and drinking a special. They think that they are better than those youths. They are just menace of society and they're not going to come to nothing at all. You get what I'm saying? So you treat them less because they are already poor and they're going to be poor forever. Nothing good can come from them. But the God that you are serving is not like that. The God that you're serving, see all of us as equal, but you know who's serving the God of our Father and Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. That God you're serving, but you think that there's no good can come out of these people because they're living in the ghetto. There's no good can come out of these people because they're squatters. There's no good. We just get rid of them. There's no good can come out. They're not humans. They're less fortunate. They have no money. Them broke and stink. Yeah, them broke and stink. They can't sue no. As Elephant Man say. You broke and stink. Yeah, can't sue me. You know? That's messed up. And I'm sure, I mean, trust me, at times I see it, I'm wondering sometimes if where am I living? You know? Where am I living? Not because people are less fortunate. People living in some old broke down house or some house that is made by some old boards and old zinc. That's their home. They deserve to be treated the way that all of us want to be treated. The law is there for everybody to obey it. The law is not just there because you have money. Having money doesn't make you any better than anybody else, make you more powerful and more of an upstanding citizen. You're a piece of shit just like all of us same way. Your money doesn't make you any difference. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So all of us need to be treated equal. You get what I'm saying? So as Bob Marley said, until there is no first class and second class citizen of any nation, there will be war. Until the color of a man's skin is of no more significance than the color of his eyes, there shall be war. And Peter Tosh say, "I don't want no peace. I don't want no peace. What I want is equal rights and justice." So you're saying you want peace, not just peace, but equal rights. Equal rights and justice for all. Capleton say it too. Equal rights and justice for all. Yeah. Equal rights and justice for all. So we need a better Jamaica peeps. And as Brain Boss always say, start with the man in the mirror. It start with the police who think say, because he's there to enforce the law, him can just do as him like because the law will back him. No, bro. Once a police, twice a civilian. The soldier man is the same thing. The politician. All of us are one. All of us need to be treated equal. Not to be treated in an unjust way. As I say, Father God say, love your neighbor as yourself. When I ask Jesus, I say, why greatest commandment? What him say? No greater commandment than this. Love thy God with all thy heart and with all thy mind. And the second is this, love your neighbor as yourself. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Treat people like human being. People are human being. People are human. Human need to be treated like human. Yeah, equal rights and justice for all. Do unto others as you would want them do unto you. And people talk about karma. As I say again, I don't talk about karma, but life is like this. Whatever you'll do will actually come back to you, no matter how you think it, and you think you're powerful and all of that, and have crazy money. It will come back to you. You get what I'm saying? If you do good. There's a lot of persons, when they get older in life, they suffer. Literally suffer. No matter how much money they have, they suffer in life based on the evil that they did to people. They suffer. They want to die, but they can't die. They go through so much pain and all of that. They want to die and they can't die because of the wickedness that they did to people. Yes. So I'm going to end the live by saying, do good and good will come back to you. And if you do evil, it doesn't really matter how long. You will get your reward. You get what I'm saying? You will get your reward. And people stop saying that people are Christian and they are doing certain things because people use Christianity as a cover. So was it in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. They use it as a cover. You get what I'm saying? To represent themselves, not to represent God. Yeah. Do good and good will come back to you. If you do good, God will reward you. When He reward you, He will reward you openly. If you do evil, the devil is going to reward you. And you will be rewarded openly. Because the devil is not about good. The devil is about kill, to steal, and to destroy. So he's going to reward you openly. Everybody will see. Everybody will know. The higher the monkey climb, the more him expose. Anyway, have yourself a wonderful rest of the night and have a blessed and a peaceful weekend.